So nice to see you guys again, and thank you for your patience. Thank you so much for your patience. And I just want to say, first off, I want to dedicate this episode to the victims of the building collapse in Miami. Our hearts, our prayers, and our thoughts and our energy, positive energy, goes to them today. So, actually, we're gonna do a moment of silence for the victims of the tragedy. So, hopefully you guys can hear me okay. I know I promised an episode every day, but I did also promise to practice self-care, right? So, what I've been doing, working and practicing self-care. And, oh, we have a mukbang today, fruit salad. Okay. And self-care means something different for everybody, right? So I decided that for me, it's more important to do something of quality over something of quantity, of a high quantity, because to me, I want this to be a safe space, and I want this to be as organic as possible. So if that means you guys have to wait a little bit longer for new episodes, it's all good. I'm going to be producing quality content for you. So, that's for sure. So, I want to show you guys what I bought. I'm gonna go back for the black one for sure. I be trying to like not. Retail therapy is definitely a thing, but anything in excess is also being bad for you is also a thing. So I held off on not buying the black one because, girl, I know how to shop. I know how to spend, and I went where I went for food, ended up buying clothes. Where did they do that at? But it's okay, because I did get a healthy option. I was gonna get chicken and waffles, so maybe I'll do. Okay, anyways, but here's the top part of it. It's kind of short, which I don't care. I was out with my belly today, and I didn't care. Which this guy stopped in front of me. I guess my tummy was jiggling, which I think is so cute. And he stopped in front of me and he's like dancing or something. I don't know. I guess my stomach was twerking while I was walking, which I don't care. Like, I really am past the stage of being embarrassed of like myself, of apologizing for just existing, which a lot of men sometimes they want to make you feel apologetic for simply existing. It's like, no, this is my body. I'm gonna rock it. I'm thankful for it, and I'm going to pay homage to it, whether you like it or not. Stay mad, like, you know. So, anyways, this is the top too. I don't think it's that short though. But the other one was cute because it was like a tank top, so it was like more versatile. But this one was cute. I saw so much cute things today. Who else is a retail therapy junkie? I'm not as bad as I used to be. I used to be really bad. Like, what? I know how to spend. Okay, so we're going to talk about self-care, right? Which self-care, let's start off with self-care does not mean necessarily spending money. Let's start with that. You can do self-care on a budget. You can do self-care with no money at all. Okay? So, self-care can be eating good food. That's good for you. Self-care can even be food that's not good for you. I mean, comfort food is a thing. I love fruit, by the way. Let's sanitize our hands. I've been studying a lot of podcasting, honestly. That's been part of what I've been doing. So I've been doing homework, you guys. I haven't been slacking. I haven't been slacking. I've been doing my podcast CEO duty, which has been watching others and getting inspiration. So shout out to all let me give a shout out to the trans podcasters, trans bloggers that are out here, like, really being out and transparent and just beautiful and gorgeous and just giving me life and intelligent. I love it. I'm not gonna lie, I've been watching one particular podcaster, totally transparent, and I love her. I love her so much. I love her content. I love everything. It's so organic about her, and I just want to say shout out to her. So, all right, so we got grapes, pineapple, apples. Girl, let's chat. I'm tired. Self-care is so important. And these last couple of days, like, mentally, I've been really well. I've been really well, really stable. But I had to, like, really dig deep and be like, okay, what's going on that, I mean, it's hot, so really, I have an excuse. But I knew there was something going on, so I had to, like, dig deep and be like, okay, well, you're having trouble coming up with content. I had recorded a whole video that I never posted. And I wasn't feeling confident in my content, in my delivery, everything was just off. It didn't feel organic. So I was like, F that. We're going to give them an organic episode of the Bedroom Podcast where we talk about self-care, what it means to you, and just why it's important. And I say this to say that, unfortunately, this is the month of my wife's passing 2 years ago. So, and I'm in a much stronger place. But I also have to, like, own that. And I have to own the fact that it's going to be tough and I'm going to have tough days. And I think self-care is really about giving yourself that wiggle room. Giving yourself that wiggle room to be like, okay, I'm going to cut this time out for me. I'm going to, and like self-care, like some people, I'm trying not to say like, some people are able to practice self-care more than others, and that's a privilege, So the fact that you can take days off, the fact that you can take sick days off, things like that are a privilege. So we must not take that for granted. But self-care is about survival. You don't want to burn out. Signs of burnout are lashing out, feeling depressed, not finding joy in doing things anymore. You just feel tired and just sleepy all the time, and that's not a good feeling. So give yourself little breaks whenever your job allows or whenever you have time. To work on a passion project, to watch a good movie. I've been watching I watched The Black Summer. Whew. Which that also is another conversation about self-care, because self-care to me also means shutting off electronics and devices as well as different media, social media, when it becomes too much. So I know there are certain things that I can't watch, like, how do I put this? Certain things that are presented on media or social media, certain videos that are graphic or things that may be talking about very sensitive subjects. It's hard for me to watch a lot of that because I'm a very emotional person. So I'm also very empathic. So I'll legit get a headache from hearing bad news and things like that. But it doesn't mean that I don't acknowledge what has happened. Like, I know everything that's going on most of the time. I just can't. What's the word? I said it to myself. Relive it. Keep reliving it. I can't keep reliving the details of it, and I can't keep. Oh my gosh! I wish I knew the word. It'll come to me later, but pretty much just keep perseverating. I feel like the word is perseverating, where you constantly talk about something. I like to talk about solutions. That's why my passion is to become an elected official, because I'm like, literally, I'm the type of person, I'll walk down the street, I'll see homeless folks, and I'll be thinking in my head, well, how can, the community come together, or X, Y, and Z come together and do a drive for I don't know, Labor Day, or for Thanksgiving, or things like that. It's like things that I constantly think about. I have like a community organizing mindset. I don't have Facebook because, and I'm not judging anybody, but sometimes social media gives off this sense of, to me, gives off this sense of people trying to be validated or validate each other, which is not the case all the time, but it can get there. And I think that if these sites like, if sites aren't used for good, they can become very toxic and destructive for folks. So that's why I've stayed off Facebook for years. I like Instagram though, but it'll never be to where I'm dying for a like, or I mean, for business purposes, yeah, I mean, I would love to have a million, likes, but it doesn't validate me as a person. Like, I know I'm still a good person whether I have one like or 1,000 likes. I know I'm still an amazing person. So that's what self-care means to me. Sometimes I'll delete apps, or I never delete Instagram. It's funny, but I mean, I deleted an Instagram account that I had and left my business Instagram. But I'll never, like, now that I just use my business Instagram, it's much more manageable, and I've never had to, like, it never got to that point where I was just like, oh, hell no, I'm just scrolling up and down, I gotta delete this. No, it never got to that point, which I love. So that's what's up. Oh, it's getting cold. Y'all not about to run up my gas, okay? Inflation. Let's wrap this up, honey. I'm just kidding. No, but in all seriousness, I hope you liked my episode. I tried to be as organic as possible. I promise I will be more organized next time that I produce content. And I will have an article. I'll do 2 articles next episode. Hopefully, I'll try to find 2 good articles. And comment below, what does self-care mean to you? Love y'all.